Okay, another question, second to last. What has God's grace looked like in your life? What has God's grace looked like in your life?
Grace, a lovely word. It was my all in all. Ephesians 2, I think 2:8 says, "For by grace are ye saved." Is it? I'm not quite sure. Let me see. I have a little slip here to help me, Yes, for by grace are ye saved through faith. And it is because of God's grace that I am striving and succeeding to be a Christian who loves God and wants to please Him and wants to be an example for others. Because it's really a battle we are going through, and if we do not trust God and have that faith that He's there to save us, to help us, He gave us His Son. And if we hold on to that and cherish that, we will know then that God, when He loves us, we are really saved by grace and nothing else, nothing at all.
Thank you, Aunt Man. So the last question. What advice would you give to the youth and the couples and families? What advice would you give to the youth, the couples and families in our church?
Well, I send that out to all, to the three. Put in everything that you do, put God first. And it's not going to be difficult. When you promise God that whatever you do, wherever you go, you will have Him to guide you, to direct you. He's going to bring it through for you because He loves you and He wants you to enjoy life in the hereafter. He wants us to all to be in that kingdom. So I would say to the youths, you are growing up now. Always obey your parents. Remember that they want the best for you. So when they tell you things, take it in good faith and say, my mommy or my daddy, they love me. Always stand, if you must stand alone, stand for the right. As you're growing up, don't forget, call on God. He's there, He's going to listen to you. Study His Word, choose wonderful friends, not because of any great thing about them. There's a saying, choose not your friends by outward show. The feathers float, but the pearls lie low. Look for the friends that will guide you to Jesus, just as you be an exemplary figure for them. Be kind, be loving, share, care. Let the world see you shining as a jewel for Jesus. Remember always to study His Word. His Word will be a lamp unto your feet and a light unto your path, as He says in His Word. And be the best that you can at all times. Don't give up. There are times when you have trials. You're not going to be always under the guidance of your parents. So always remember, it's what you put out you're going to get. So you young people, walk with decorum and be dignified. Let people look upon you, even the older ones. And if you stay with Jesus and close to Jesus and study His Word and try to be like Jesus, you cannot fail. God is going to be pleased with you, and so will be everyone who loves you.
Thank you, Aunt Marge, for a beautiful interview.
I didn't talk about the couples yet. Couples, just as I said to the youths, put God first. And if you show each other that you love, your love is genuine, it is real, you can't go wrong. Show the couple, the partners, show each other love, compliment each other when something is nice, something is good. Don't be too hurried to criticize. Put Jesus there and let Jesus guide both of you, telling you how you should carry on, what you should do. You cannot and will not fail, and above all, study His Word. Depend on Him for everything. He says, without me you can do nothing. So, trust God, hold on to Him, claim His promises, and you're booked forever.
Thank you again, Aunt Marge, for your wonderful words of advice and comfort. I know you have a saying that you say to the family every time you say you meet them or send messages. I know you want to close off with that.
Yes.
What you normally say?
To the family?
Yeah.
I love you all to bits. I really and truly, it comes from the heart. I love each and every one of you. You know, just a few days ago I was praying and I said to God, God, you know I love everybody, but my church family, especially, they have a special place in my heart. So you heard it a second time. I love you always. God bless you.
Thank you, Madge. God bless.